So today we're going again make reactive video about Minecraft ARG. Next channel, the same channel is Wi-Fi's. Of course, I like this channel so much because he have a lot of mystery. Minecraft ARG is so amazing. So today we watch about what happened to Xbox Game 11, something like that. Anyway, Gamer 11. So we want to watch this video. Of course, we need to open this. Let me see. Okay, we need to make it better because everyone to see what happens. So let's get into it. Don't forget it, guys, to subscribe to his channel with like. Of course, don't forget it's the same thing with me. And of course, don't forget the comments and my comments too. So let's get into it together. Let's go.
I was doing some digging when I stumbled upon a website for an old Minecraft mod, minecraftcompanion.jar. I tried installing it, but my game just crashed. Something about it doesn't feel right though. Maybe you could look into it further.
On June 24th, 2024, a YouTube channel was created, claiming they had found an old laptop with some weird Minecraft videos about a strange mod. The footage of the—
That is second video. Do you remember the first video I downloaded in my channel about somebody found old laptop in the storage? It turns out it belonged to somebody called, I don't know, God, you know, something like that. Why everyone find a laptop inside the Minecraft? This is curse. It's curse, man. It's really curse. Believe me. Because every time we download this video on his channel, it's about people find desk, old laptop, in it is Minecraft world, is cursed. Our old Minecraft, our hack Minecraft is cursed. This is serious. God.
These videos begins as pretty normal, but quickly becomes one of the most extremely disturbing mysteries on YouTube. And the
archive. Is that wait. Give me that. Is that archive?
Each of these videos begins as pretty normal.
It's archive, wasn't it?
Quickly becomes one of the most extremely disturbing.
Yes, archive. Wasn't it archive? It is the same last video I witnessed about yesterday about trying to find his friend. What happened to him is Alex. The archive used to do experiment to him. So this time this video in it too. God damn it, I knew it. Archive is involved with that.
On YouTube, and the only way to understand and solve it is to watch the first video. The video starts with a notepad open and what looks like an old version of Minecraft in the background. It's worth noting that we can hear the sounds of a keyboard, meaning that whoever's recording this video is choosing not to speak to us. Our protagonist introduces himself as XtremeGamer11, and after setting the insane like goal of 3, proceeds to play out a relatively normal Minecraft Let's Play. But the Let's Play isn't normal for very long. A minute in, and all of a sudden, this happens. A pink message of gibberish shows up in the chat and fades without XtremeGamer ever really acknowledging it. He continues playing in the world, collecting the basic starting resources, asking us where to build his house, and a bit later runs across some dropped flowers that seemingly came out of nowhere. An odd random cut later, he comes across an area of already mined trees with pieces of meat on the ground. He looks around confused, and we can assume that this wasn't him. Something here is very wrong. This isn't what a normal Minecraft world should look like. He comes across more dropped flowers and then encounters this, a ring of yellow and red flowers, and then more dropped meat. When he next opens his notepad, we can see that he was questioning this flower generation. It definitely wasn't him doing this. XtremeGamer begins to dig out a little house for himself, and as he's leaving to get sand for windows, he sees this. Over the hill, staring right at him, is a dark player. And the video
Ooh!
ends. This is genuinely
It's
frightening,
archived.
but a lot of it is not as strange as you may think. First of all, if we look in the description, we can see a message from the creator.
The footage from this one was a little corrupted, so I tried my best to stitch it together. Nate.
This explains the weird cuts that were showing up throughout the video, and now we have a name for whoever runs this channel.
Nate.
But let's revisit the first mystery in this video, the weird gibberish in the chat box. This message wasn't sent by a player, it's a message seemingly from the game itself, and while the letters seem random, they're actually a hidden code. If you place all these letters and characters on a keyboard and shift everything up, so Z becomes A, D becomes E, and Y becomes 6, this string of gibberish translates to access code retrieved, archive.
I
Why
knew
the
it!
I in archive is capitalized, what the meaning of this cryptic phrase is at all, and why there are two random character pairings hidden in the subtitles of this video is honestly beyond me. But none of this answers the looming question of who is in this world? Who is messing with the flowers, the trees, and the animals? Well, right before Extreme Gamer pulls up his notepad to talk to us more, there were a few frames where we could see that his world is open to LAN. This explains how another player managed to join him, but who is this person? And why does Extreme Gamer look so surprised when he finds all the cut trees and killed animals if his world is open to LAN? I mean, typically if you open a world to LAN, it's safe to assume that you meant to do that, and we're expecting someone to join you, so why is he so surprised? Well, I'll tell you why. LAN is a feature that allows you to play single player with your friends under one condition. They are on the same Wi-Fi network as you. If this mysterious black player is on Extreme Gamer's LAN world and Extreme Gamer didn't turn on LAN himself, the implications are far darker, and the black player might be a lot closer than we thought. But to answer all the questions of who this entity is, all we have to do is watch video number 2. The next video on the channel is titled Download, and right off the bat we notice something interesting. Looking at the date in the bottom right corner, we can see that this video was recorded on November 29th of 2012, and looking at the first video we watched, the date there was December 1st. So chronologically, the video we're watching now actually came before the previous one. Back to the video though, we can see that whoever is recording is on a website for something called Minecraft Companion Mod. It seems to be advertising a mod that lets an AI player play Minecraft with you, kind of like a virtual friend. This website is very real and has a ton of strange and
Nah, man, no way. Don't trust the AI. Do not. Yeah, let me download friend AI in a Minecraft world. That'd be a nightmare, guys. I mean, I've stopped seeing people do that, but
downright disturbing features that I'll explore pretty soon. But back in the video, we can see from the notepad that our protagonist is trying to install this mod and play with the AI. But when he launches the game to check if it worked, he gets a crash report, and we learn from the file path that the name of the person we're watching is Luke. But what's far more sinister is the final line of the crash report. "Thank you for letting me into your home." Something about this is very wrong, and it only gets more and more unsettling when we take a look at video number 3. We can see that this third video was recorded pretty much exactly after the first one, December 1st, 2012, but now something has changed. Luke told us that he managed to get the mod working, and right on cue, the same black figure we saw in episode 1 now walks into the room with us. Their name tag does clear up a lot. This is the Minecraft Companion AI that Luke was trying to install in the last video. When Luke opens the chat, we can see that they've actually already had a whole conversation, and the dialogue is very normal with seemingly no red flags. Luke goes to type hello, but before he can finish, MC Companion asks him a strange question.
"What is your name?"
Luke hesitates for a second, begins typing an L, but changes his mind and tells him it's XtremeGamer11. But then, this happens.
"No. What is your real name?"
No! No. Don't! Yes, don't.
Somehow, this companion bot knew what Luke was typing before.
No! I knew it. I knew it. AI is attacking us. Oh my god. The AI getting smarter and smarter and smarter. They know telepathic. telepathic now. He know my name.
He even sent the message. The bot then introduces itself as M and asks Luke if he wants to work on the house together. Ignoring an odd video stutter, the rest of the footage is completely normal, and if you didn't know any better, you'd probably think the two of them were friends. That is, until M asks Luke this.
Luke,
Uh-oh.
are you afraid of the dark?
Luke is
Why
taken
you-
aback and begins to type that he is before changing his mind and saying no. But as if once again reading the unsent messages, M points out that it's nighttime and he'll go grab a second bed. The video continues as usual afterwards before it ends with this interaction. Out of nowhere, M tells Luke that he reminds him of Emily, and before Luke can ask who that is, the video cuts and ends. If we pay closer attention to the chat messages before the cut, we
Who's
can see they're
Emily?
also all relatively normal, with the exception of whatever this is. But this does call into question M's true intentions here. There is without a doubt something shady going on, but remember what happened when Luke accidentally told M that he was scared of the dark. M's first response was to kindly go find a bed so they could sleep and make it daytime, as if to comfort Luke and not make him scared. But we still don't really know what's going on with M, and for that we have to watch the next video, which takes place 2 days after video 3 and begins with Luke telling us that today he and M will be going to the Nether together. Something odd that we noticed right away though is that there are torches everywhere, and I mean everywhere, but we'll get back to that soon. Luke opens the chat to talk to M, and we notice something else that's a bit strange. The chat is spammed with "you can only sleep at night" messages, as if Luke was spamming the bed trying to pass the night as quickly as possible. A very normal conversation ensues, and as Luke and M head to the Nether portal, we can
That's
see a
weird.
small garden of red and yellow flowers in front of their house. A small detail, sure, but the same flowers we saw haunting us in Let's Play 1. A sheep goes into the portal with the two of them, and M heartlessly slaughters it, and the video then cuts to the pair stumbling across a Nether fortress. A bit of messing around in the fortress later, Luke tells M that he has to go get dinner, and this is the disturbing interaction that follows.
I have to go now.
Why?
I have to go eat dinner.
You can wait.
But my mom is calling me.
That is what you said yesterday.
Sorry, I have to go.
You did not go back. I do not like them.
Okay,
I
that
promise.
what the hell? What the hell?
In just one moment, things just went from 0 to 100
Oh
to 1000.
my
Let's put
God!
aside for a second the very possessive nature of M's messages, which shouldn't be happening if he was just an AI, and take a look at the horror that are the signs in the house. For one, assuming these messages are from M, how he had the time to place all this while being with Luke for the entire recording is beyond me. But for two, more importantly, look at what these signs say. Messages like, "Please don't go," and "Don't leave me," "You are like Emily," "You are all the same," and more concerningly, "Why do you listen to them? I will take care of them. They won't bother you anymore." It's clear that M, whatever it really is attached to Luke, or at least acting that way, acting desperately to stop Luke from going to dinner, begging him not to listen to his parents, and going so far as to say that he'll take care of Luke's parents. They won't bother him anymore, whatever that could mean. But if you're attentive, you may have noticed one sign that doesn't exactly fit in. A sign that seems to be a random code of gibberish, and it's true that on its own, this string of text doesn't really mean anything. To figure out what it does mean though, we have to visit the MC Companion website. Looking back through the download video we watched earlier, we can find the URL to the MC Companion website. Once there, we're greeted with a lot of different options. Besides getting hypnotized by the spinning logo and admiring the bad web design, something we can do is click on each of the 4 download buttons. Clicking on the button for download 3 takes us to a very odd screen, a symbol of a 3-eyed octopus, apparently the logo for the United States Department of Metaphysical Sciences, and right below it some text.
This website has been seized. The domain MinecraftCompanionMod.com has been seized by the United States Department of Metaphysical Sciences in according with 6 U.S. Code Section 1534 as a part of a law enforcement action by the FBI.
What on earth is going on here? Why is this companion mod website being seized seized by the FBI. And what in the world does this have to do with the metaphysical, or in other words, the supernatural? And even stranger, this section of US legal jargon is actually a real thing, and is the law code for cybercrime, specifically in child trafficking. This whole mystery just got extremely dark very fast, and if we keep exploring and press the link for download 4, it takes us to an error. The website crashed and apparently failed to load, except it didn't. This is a fake crash report meant to look exactly like a real one and turn people away, but hidden at the bottom of this report is a string of characters that doesn't normally generate in an error message. Yet another code. And to understand what it means and blow this whole case wide open, we have to go back to something you might remember. Back in episode 1, at the very beginning of this video, a pink chat message popped up with a cipher that we decoded to say access code retrieved, archive. Previously, this meant nothing, but now it's finally coming in handy. Using the access code word archive, we can plug this random string of gibberish into a keyword shift decoder, a basic way to conceal messages if you have a keyword to decipher them with. And deciphering this with the keyword archive gives us this, which also looks like gibberish, but is actually the ending of a YouTube URL, a URL to an unlisted video on the YouTube channel archive. Playing the video, we get a warning that this video is property of the US government, specifically the Department of Metaphysical Sciences, and the viewing of this video is strictly prohibited. What the attentive among you may have noticed though is a series of flashes as the video begins. These flashes have a bunch of ones and zeros, which immediately make you think of one thing: binary. Converting the flashes from binary to English, we get these three texts: I am not your animal, I am not your lab rat, and I just wanted friends. Something tells me we're in for quite the video. The date is October 1st, 2011, and we are introduced to Entity. Its origin is in Yuma, Arizona, discovered on September 9th, 2011. Apparently, it should be considered extremely dangerous and hostile. The entity only responds to electric components and is currently being contained by the organization Archive. While they have the entity trapped, Archive is studying it, trying to figure out what it really is. They finish off the video saying that they attribute the cause of a blackout to faulty transmission line work, and the video ends with a clip of hundreds of running rats. The binary in the final frame translates to free me. What you may have also noticed was this binary that flashed on screen earlier in the video. This one translates to no I'm not, as if the entity is hiding these messages in the footage, responding to the video calling it hostile and saying no I'm not dangerous. But let's pause for a second and take a step back. What if this entity that we're being told about by Archive actually isn't hostile and dangerous? Yes, it's definitely supernatural, but according to its messages, it doesn't want to be a lab rat, it just wants to be set free. It just wants friends. Sounds awfully reminiscent of another mysterious entity we know that really wants friends. What if this supposedly dangerous entity and the MC companion are one in the same?
Oh, what the hell? Ooh! I don't like the sound of that.
The blackout referred to in the video is actually a real event that happened on September 8th, 2011, nicknamed the Great Blackout of 2011, the biggest and worst power outage in California history. The image on the Wikipedia article is the same as the one flashed in the unlisted video, and on Wikipedia they attribute the cause of the blackout to faulty transmission line work. If Archive is to be trusted and telling the truth, this explanation is just a cover story, and our entity is so powerful it caused the blackout itself. What we're dealing with here is absolutely no joke. Back on the website, clicking on download links 1 and 2, download two separate text files, archive.txt and recover.txt. Archive.txt is an exchange of emails between Dr. Redacted and Emily Richards. Could this be the Emily that M was talking about, the one that Luke reminded him of? If so, it all but confirms that M is our dangerous entity. But let's read the conversation.
Makes sense.
Redacted. Subject, entity redacted. Hello Dr. Redacted. I have a concern regarding the simulation experiment with entity redacted. I believe the entity is growing aware it may be in a simulated world. Emily Richards.
Hello Miss Emily, we warned you about entity redacted. You know the consequences if this experiment goes wrong. Please elaborate more. Dr. Redacted, Head Directive of Archive. Facility number 3.
I am noticing missing files on my system, emails I never wrote, and my system turning on randomly when it had been shut down. I have also taken notice of entity redacted becoming non-responsive in the simulated world for extended periods of time.
Ms. Emily, we have taken your concern into deliberation and will update you
The
on
hell?
this matter at a later time.
According to these emails, this entity, likely M, is currently being studied in a sort of simulated world by a team of researchers at Archive, including Emily and this Dr. Redacted. The second text file, recovered.txt, is yet another email sent from Emily's account, but the messages and subject are all in binary, and there's only one character we've met that also speaks in binary. This is one of those emails that Emily didn't write herself because it was written by the entity. Translated, it reads,
To Dr. Buell, check his room.
Whose room is yet to be known, but that's not all. At the bottom is more gibberish, but as discovered by Discord user Skizik, this is part of a Dropbox URL, and it takes you to an image of a Minecraft house with more binary.
Subscribe.
Subscribe? Well, they're not wrong. If you are enjoying
Yeah,
the video, then
subscribe.
please do consider subscribing.
Yeah,
I'm trying to reach 2
subscribe.
million subscribers before the end of the year, and the only way I can do it is with your help. Plus, subscribing is the best way to tell me that you enjoy these types of videos, so if you want to see more of these ARG creepy videos, then please do consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it. It does mean the world to me, and I promise you won't regret it. But no, of course the message didn't actually say subscribe. What the text really said was this.
We can play together forever now.
And on the topic of secret messages, if you remember the weird sign we saw amongst M's pleas back in the Let's Play with Luke, running that through the same keyword shift cipher with the same keyword archive takes you to yet another unlisted video. This one made 10 days after the previous. The binary text that flashes on screen takes the exact shape of the redacted entity's name, and translating it confirms our suspicions. M. This hostile entity from 2011 is somehow the same dangerous entity that is playing with Luke
I know
a
it's
year
just M.
later. According to the video, M has been placed in a simulated world, Java Sim 01. They're talking about Java Minecraft. In an effort to contain the entity, Archive have let it explore the world of Minecraft. The following notes are observations from Emily's experiments on M. On the first day, M walked around, unaware it was in a simulated reality. Day 2, it spent the entire day picking flowers, again only tying it further to what we've seen M do in Luke's videos, and apparently it might be aware that it's inside of a simulated game. Day 3, the researchers plan to introduce M to a character, but the video cuts and we see footage of meat on the ground, and a player looking over it with nothing but wood and flowers in their inventory. M killed this animal the moment it was introduced to him. The binary text that flashes on screen translates to, I set him free. The footage cuts back to normal before informing us that
That's
the
not
entity
good at
seems
all.
to have grown fascinated with Emily, and soon thereafter, she too had grown too attached to it and was subsequently fired from Archive. And as if responding with even more force than binary, M suddenly covers all the letters on screen. All that's left is
I missed her.
This is a ton of new information, but finally we're getting a sense of what we're dealing with here. A mysterious supernatural entity known as M caused a giant blackout in the southwestern United States. It was then quickly discovered and captured on online servers by the FBI and Archive and was deemed extremely hostile and dangerous. The entity was trapped in Minecraft for future studying by a team of researchers including Emily Richards. However, she eventually got attached to M and was fired. And now, a year later, the entity has come back in the form of a Minecraft mod to, for some reason, spend time with Luke. But all of this calls into question M's nature and character. Is it truly something evil and dangerous like the FBI paints it to be, or is he completely misunderstood? He claims that he's not dangerous, he just wants friends, he just wants to be set free. And yeah, sure, he's definitely possessive and wants attention, but for now at least he seems to be very kind to Luke. Look no further than M covering the entire world with torches the moment he heard that Luke was scared of the dark. It's also interesting that M said he killed the cow to quote-unquote set it free. If M is aware that the Minecraft world he's in is a fake reality, reality, being an entity that's part digital would make him sympathetic for the other AIs in the game, even those as simple as the animals. Hence why he kills the cow the moment he meets it, the reason he kills the sheep as soon as it enters the portal, the reason Luke kept finding meat around his world. M believes that he is freeing the mob's AIs from being lab rats in this simulated world. He doesn't see the cows as robots, he sees them as real living things. That's why he calls the cow him and not it. He didn't say I set it free, he said I set him free. M believes he's doing good things for these AIs. He sees real life made of ones and zeros, but regardless of what M believes, his past actions cannot be excused. Brace yourself, because this is where it gets dark. Clicking on the final part of the website, the image of the player holding the flower takes us to yet another unlisted video on Archive's channel, but this one is not like the others. According to the video, it's a list of missing people who disappeared due to the failure of JavaSim 01, or the implication here, people who disappeared thanks to M. As the video plays, we see the covered faces of several children from the American Southwest. Jason Buell, probably the son of Dr. Buell, last seen in his computer room, Gabriel Rodriguez, last seen with his iPad, Riley Harrison, last seen in the school computer lab, and finally, Luke Astor, last seen in his bedroom in Garland, Texas, disappeared on December 7th, 2012. His parents were found dead in a car accident earlier that day. M did exactly what he said he would do and took care of them so they wouldn't pull Luke away from him any longer. So that email that M wrote on Emily's account to Jason's father, check his room, M was taunting the doctor. It all makes sense. The reason all these poor children were from the American Southwest, right where M was being contained. The reason that the last place they were all seen was next to a computer or iPad. M posed as this Minecraft companion, this friend, but it was all a facade, a way to lure children to play with it before abducting them so they could play together forever. So with that in mind, it's time to watch Luke's final Let's Play video, recorded December 7th, 2012. We can see that the time is far later than any 11-year-old should be awake, but Luke is quick to inform us that he's able to play late tonight because his parents are out. What he doesn't know, of course, is the tragic truth of what's actually happened to them. Luke and M have a short conversation, and we can see the chat was again initially flooded with messages of sleeping early. The two decide to go mining, and after a small session, Luke suddenly realizes something. M is nowhere to be seen. Luke asks M where he is, no response. He tries again, nothing. He tells M that he's scared, but M still doesn't respond. And then, this happens. M has arrived to take Luke, to do who knows what so they can play together forever. The final video on Luke's channel is a short clip of someone or something hiding behind a door, stalking someone playing on their computer. And this time in chat, it's M asking Luke where he is. The door slams shut and the video ends. In the comments of this final video, there is a comment from Archive themselves with a link to a final unlisted video. It's a warning to what we already know is the horrible truth. A hostile entity on the run. There's a player hanging from a tree and a house with yellow and red flowers. The beeps you can hear in the background of this video are Morse code, and they translate to find my home. There's one final piece of this puzzle, the key to understanding what M truly is and what he really wants, what he's doing to all these poor children that disappeared. But come on, don't we already know that? This is clearly, without a doubt, an evil AI that heartlessly got rid of a kid's parents and made multiple kids disappear. And the worst part is, he isn't even gone yet. If you look at Nate's channel, the guy that found this laptop with all of Luke's old footage and re-uploaded it in his own Let's Play from 2024, he finds a yellow flower in a mine shaft. And right behind him, when he goes into F5, we can glimpse a black player stalking him. M, the entity, the evil artificial artificial intelligence that just cares about doing horrible things to people. He doesn't have feelings, he's not sympathetic, he's definitely not alive, he never was. He is only ones and zeros, and he's a force of evil, and worst of all, he's still around to torment others like Nate. But if that's the case, then why? Why was Emily attached to him? Why did he seem to care when Luke said he was scared of the
Maybe
dark?
because
If
they're
he's
friends, good
truly
friends.
an evil artificial
Sometimes friendships
intelligence
be
with no
stronger more for
feelings,
others.
why does he miss Luke when he goes offline? If he's not sympathetic, why does he want to free the animals in Minecraft? Why does he see them as living things? Why does M say that he feels things if he's just zeros and ones? Why does he want friends so badly if he isn't really alive? We don't know yet, and the only way to know for sure if M is truly an evil AI or if he's actually somehow alive and empathetic is to find this final missing piece, to find M's home just like he wants us to, but we already have found it. Remember, in the very first video we watched, I offhandedly mentioned that in the subtitles of the video you could see weird pairings of characters, 10Y and 6U. Well,
Yes.
that's not the only video. In fact, all the videos we've seen so far have had weird codes hidden in the subtitles. Individually, they mean nothing, but if you take the first number and place the corresponding character in that order, F first and U last, we get the final video. For her. For Emily.
Emily's gone too?
In the description of the video is a link to a file, a Minecraft world, JavaSim01, M's original world. Is he just a monster, or is he really alive?
Oh my God.
Sometimes the player dreamed it was lost in a story. Sometimes it believed it was in a universe that was made of energy, that was made of offs and ons, zeros and ones, lines of code. Sometimes it believed it was playing a game. Sometimes it believed it was reading words on a screen. Sometimes the player read lines of code on a screen, decoded them into words, decoded words into meaning, decoded meaning into feelings, emotions, theories, ideas, and the player started to breathe faster and deeper and realized it was alive. It was alive. Those 1,000 deaths had not been real.
The player was alive.
Ooh!
Is it why? Uh, oh my God. I mean, AI is so scary. Depending from entities in the same archive cause of the problem is a big problem himself. Because of all this problem, man. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you would like and comment and share, please, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, Wolf Wi-Fi, and don't forget to subscribe to me, Mimi Star Fan Fiction. I hope to see you in the next video. Mimi Star out. Bye.